Astonishing developments in the precious metals markets. Almost too much for us to keep up with. That's why I wanted to hop on here, bring you down in the basement with me, and get you up to speed on these latest news stories. We've got some breaking news about silver, but also I learned something incredible over the weekend about silver and a 60% price haircut that I think you're going to find super interesting as well. The best part is you decided to join me. Come down here in the basement. You chose that. You're giving your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much on behalf of myself and Susie. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps us, and we want to help each other. Let's get into this because we got a lot to cover in a short time to do it. Let's take a look at the first big breaking news story over the weekend out of China, where we learn that China is now restricting silver. In yellow, Google tells us, yes, China has recently restricted silver by adding it to its list of tightly controlled exports. A move effective today, November 23rd, 2025. But what are the ramifications? Why are we paying attention to this? What's the reason behind all this? It says in red, impact on trade. This suggests a more rigorous approach to managing outbound trade of key resources. China does not want to get rid of their silver. For example, a major Chinese silver mining company may find its international sales channels restricted, impacting its ability to export its products. Okay. Next up, market reaction. The initial market reaction was a sharp decline in both gold and silver prices today, November 3rd, 2025. However, the market saw a rapid rebound later the same day. Let's go take a look at the silver price right now. We'll go out to our friends at CNBC, and in the futures market, we've got some red silver, but not very much, down by what? 4 cents per ounce. Let's pull this up and look at the one-day chart and kind of see what this reaction was when China made this announcement overnight. We will let's look at the one-day chart. See what that's telling us. Yeah, wow. I guess this is around, well, I don't know. Here we go. Looks like we had a couple, but a big downturn here. Oop, hold on a second. Somebody's trying to call me, but a bounce back. So we'll keep, and we're going to talk about the 60% haircut that silver took one time in the past and why we don't have to worry about it. We are going to go up and down, up and down. There will be volatility in the metals markets. We were spoiled for about 6 months of pretty much just straight up, but nothing goes straight up forever. And the long-term prospect for the precious metals prices remains extremely optimistic at this point. Let's take a look at this. More crazy news coming out about silver, and then we're going to get straight to those charts. Here we go. This was shared by Make Gold Great Again. Look at this, guys. Google searches for hashtag silver hit an all-time record high in October. And they didn't just, and this data goes back to 2004. It didn't just hit an all-time high. I'd say that it absolutely, I mean, look at this. This is how many times people searched for silver on Google. I mean, unbelievable, like at least a 2x increase. I mean, that's like a total rocket ship up. So why do we want to pay attention to that? Because as we know, in particular in the United States of America, but also all around the world, people are generally underinvested into silver. And when just a few people join us, right? Maybe, and let's talk about the United States. If you're joining me from the United States, maybe, wouldn't you say 2% of people are invested in silver? And if that number goes from 2% to 10%, that's 5 times the amount of money in the silver market. It would be like a tidal wave. It would wipe out everything. And with all the other fundamental factors that are supporting the silver price, this move that we have right now, I think that's a very solid prospect regarding what we could see in the near-term future. Don't forget, right? We got our little friend, the silver bear there, blindfolded with $85 silver, and I believe that blindfold will come off. You know what? With my fingers there, I do want to say thank you to channel sponsor First Mint. They make our get-togethers possible. First Mint is a mint in Las Vegas, Nevada, where they make one-of-a-kind, unique silver bullion products. They're owned by First Majestic Silver, the company that Keith Neumeyer is the CEO of. So they dig the silver up in Mexico, ship it to Las Vegas, Nevada, United States of America, create these wonderful products, and then they go straight to you. Yes, you heard that correctly, right? It's the freshest silver on the market, but also there's no COMEX or LBMA involved. I'm going to run you out quickly to show you their website where you can learn all about everything they have available. And here we are at firstmint.com. Free shipping on orders over $299. And now we're at firstmint.com. It's the one-man band Silver and Gold show down here. There we go. That's their Folds of Honor line that you can learn about at their website. Free shipping on orders over $299. And here we go. Go to the store right there. You can check out. They have bars, rounds, different accessories. The Folds of Honor line, which supports the children and spouses of fallen and disabled members of the first responder and military community. It's a great, great, great program they have, and all their different products. So make sure you go check them out. Thank you, First Mint, for sponsoring Ron's Basement. Okay, what about 60%? You want to hear about a 60? I know it may scare you. Don't get scared, right? There was a time when silver went down by 60% and everything turned out okay. What we're talking about here, guys, is the fact that if we are, do you believe, I believe absolutely that we are in a long-term bull market for gold, for silver, for the precious metal mining stocks. There are going to be pullbacks. I'm going to show you, give you proof, and that'll give you examples and give you reason why you don't need to worry about these periods where we do have some pullbacks in the metals prices. We're going to go out to a guy that I've got a ton of respect for, Jesse Colombo, and his Substack, the Bubble Report. He says, proof that pullbacks occur in every epic bull market. And I just highlighted this paragraph in yellow where basically he said, every time we get a pullback in the precious metals prices, his inbox gets filled up with people that are worried that it's over. And he provided us with 3 charts, which are absolutely fascinating to look at. This first one here is the gold price from the year 2001 through 2011. And as you can see, the gold price went up from what? I don't know, about $250 per ounce all the way to $1,800 per ounce during that period. Look at that, right? Just straight up over a 10-year period, but not straight up, because what we need to point out here, we had pullbacks during that period as high as 26%, 34%, and a whole host of other pullbacks, 11, 10, 18, 14, 10% during that period. Now let's go look at silver, where it's even more exaggerated. And the reason why we want to look at this, guys, is because when we do it, if you believe, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not have a crystal ball. However, if you believe in the long-term thesis, the long-term story for the silver and gold price, which I do, absolutely, you've got to be mentally and emotionally prepared for pullbacks. This is the silver price from 2001 to 2011. Silver was under $5 in 2001. I think it was like $3, and got as high as almost $50 during that period. Again, as you can see, pretty much a good, solid run up, but not a straight run up, because as you can also see on this chart, we had a period where silver dropped 35% during that epic bull run. We had a period where silver dropped 38%. We also had a period where silver dropped 60%, but still continued on its way upward. Now, what about the mining stocks? They can also be volatile at times. Let's go see what happened to the mining stocks during this period. And thank you, Jesse. Jesse Colombo is, I believe, one of the sharpest minds in the silver and gold sector right now. So what we're looking at here is the Gold Bugs Index, again, from 2001 through 2011. And look at this, guys, right? These were big moves, big pullbacks, 25%, 40%, 37%. And even one, right, that was 71%. Now, that probably coincided with the great financial crisis in 08. But as you can see, even the gold mining stocks recovered and continued upwards. You know, silver and gold are worldwide commodities. We like to keep track of what's going on in China. We talked about what China's doing with silver at the beginning of this video, but the Chinese people, all 1.4 billion of them, absolutely love gold, absolutely love silver. We're going to get an update from the Hubei gold market here in a second, a video update. Before I do that, I do want to say thank you to First Mining Gold. They're a Canadian gold development stage company. 2 huge multi-million ounce projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet located in Quebec. We're talking about millions and millions of ounces of gold in the ground in Canada, which is going to be very attractive to anybody, but in particular, the big mining companies, as they seek to replenish their pipelines and continue to grow. And wait until you hear the data I'm going to share with you in a little bit about Agnico Eagle mines, the amount of money that these big active mining companies are making. Excuse me. So I think First Mining Gold will be in very good shape as we move into the coming years and decades. You can learn more about them at firstmininggold.com. Guys, let's go to China, though, and make sure that those 1.4 billion people in China are still crazy about their gold. Here we are. And we're going to play this without music. It's 18 seconds long, but this is footage from yesterday at 3:16 p.m. at the Hubei gold market in China. We'll get that on full screen and just check this out. There's giant gold markets in China, which is unbelievable. Multi-level. I can't wait till we all go there together, right? I mean, look at all these people on a Sunday afternoon in the gold markets in China. It really, truly is unbelievable. Now, let's go take a look at this news that we had coming out regarding developments in London. The security guards, I don't know, guys, maybe it's time to go for a trip to London, because the security guards watching over 400,000 gold bars at the Bank of England are on strike from 7 a.m. on the 13th of November. That's what, about 10 days from now. Alarm system or the new Louvre? For the avoidance of doubt, this is humor, not incitement. And here's the headline. The unions claim that the Bank of England gold under threat as security staff prepares to walk out. The strike leaves almost, 200 billion pounds, I guess that is, worth of bullion vulnerable to threat. Now, we talked about this many times, and it's very important for us to remember that as the gold mining sector, nobody's paying attention to silver and gold, okay? We are, you are, I am, we're ahead of the curve, okay? But the average people out there, the average investors are just starting, all right? That data that we got from Google about silver searches is encouraging. That's on a worldwide basis. But I'm telling you, your neighbors at the neighborhood swimming pool, the people you go to church with, think about the people that you, that you go fishing with, whatever the heck you do. Most of them don't really care. We like to refer to those people as the sheeple. When they wake up, it's going to be crazy. One of the big things that will make them wake up. And it's going to start with the generalist investors, or when they realize how much money the gold mining companies are making. And as the gold mining companies make more money and people move into the gold mining stocks, it will bring more money into the overall, precious metals ecosystem, including our friend silver that we love. By the way, that's a beautiful bar from our friends at First Met. Susie, that is upstairs Susie's favorite. I got to keep going upstairs and getting it from her and taking it back down here in the basement. It will bring more money. Wait till you hear this. This is shocking. Okay, take your blood pressure medicine. This one is going to knock your socks off. And it comes from Agnico Eagle. Yes. Okay. Unbelievable profit in mining. Highlights this week include Agnico Eagle Mining stellar Q3 results, where they generated $1.7 billion in free cash flow in the quarter and had all-in sustaining costs. That means what it costs them to mine an ounce of gold of $1,400. To put that in perspective, Agnico Eagle at $4,000 gold is now generating all-in sustaining costs, cash margins of $2,600 per ounce, right? Because they're selling the gold for $4,000, but it's only costing them $1,400 per ounce to mine it. They're making $2,600 per ounce. But this is the crazy part. They're making $2,600 profit on each ounce of gold they mine. That's 30% higher than where the gold price, the entire gold price would have been in the year 2020. We are in an absolute new paradigm when it comes to gold, silver, and the precious metal mining stocks. We're in a period of time like nothing before. If we focus in on silver, and we know what's going on with the LBMA, we know what's going on with the COMEX, we know what's going on with China. Now, restricting, right? Putting restrictions on silver leaving their country. Guys, buckle up. It's going to be a wild, wild ride. It's a big honor that I get to be on it with you. Please subscribe to the channel. Come back. Many of us, right? We've waited a decade or longer for this. I believe the future looks bright, but please always be responsible with anything you do, with any type of investing or money. I'm not a financial advisor, but I love to speak my truth and what I believe. And don't forget, that little bear right there used to have a blindfold on that said $2,500. People said we'd never take that blindfold off. And the deal was we'd take it off when the gold price hit $2,500. Now, Agnico Eagle Mines is making more than that per ounce on every ounce of gold that they dig up out of the ground. We're in for a great, great ride together. I really appreciate you coming down here. Okay. I want you to have a great day, and I will look forward to seeing you soon. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.